What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Forever Self-Employed podcast. Today, I have a special guest, a van dweller, a nomadic lifestyle leader. This guy travels the country, stays all over the place, works all kind of jobs. He goes by many aliases, so I will let him introduce himself. But go ahead, man.
My name is Black Bigot. Real name is Lamont. I live in my van, and I've accidentally drank my own piss 4 times in 15 minutes.
Oh, man. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into the first question. Obviously, you live in your van. So where are you right now? And then how long are you going to stay there?
Well, currently, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. I got here a couple days ago. I will be here about 3 weeks or so.
3 weeks or so? Okay, awesome. And then how do you decide where you're going to go after this?
It's really randomness. I'm originally from Hollywood, California. So my family, they're still there. My mother, my sister, my grandmother. So I usually go there during the holidays. My grandmother's birthday is like right the day before Christmas. So I'll just go there for a week or two, say hello, say goodbye very quickly. And then from then on, I usually decide, it's just really randomness. It's really just like, I'll just go there. There is no rhyme or reason. But it helps if there's like some kind of a subject that I want to go do a video about in a particular city, then I'll start heading towards there. Or maybe if I know somebody there or what have you.
Right, so it's more so video related than anything else?
Yeah, but sometimes it's really just, the hell with it. I'll just go here, whatever.
Was there anything that, like, when you were younger, did you ever feel like boxed in, or did you ever feel like you couldn't, like, were your parents overly controlling, something that led you to want to, like, live this life where you're traveling all over the place?
I don't know. When I was 5 years old, I remember very vividly being in kindergarten and looking over the mountains in Hollywood at the Hollywood Mountains and wondering what was on the other side of the mountains. And I've been like that ever since. I've always had a strong dislike for Los Angeles. So I
Right.
just always want to leave. The place sucks.
Yeah. Why do you think it sucks, or why does Los Angeles suck?
Too expensive, overcrowded. The streets are in bad repair. You can't really go anywhere without having to be stuck in traffic for 3 hours.
Right.
My overall number one gripe is just way too many people. I don't like congested cities.
Right.
I don't like
Right.
Los Angeles. Really.
And it's strange because Los Angeles has like this this perception of being like this great place. Like, so many people that I know that from here in Louisiana, whenever we graduated college, or graduated high school, a lot of them were like, I'm going to California. I'm going to go live in Los Angeles or something over there. You know, I guess they thought it was some great place to be.
Los Angeles is the biggest scam next to strip clubs and timeshares. Unless you're into the entertainment industry, you want to be an Instagram whore or a porn star, or you want to be like a famous fake YouTuber, or you want to be an actor, singer, whatever. Yeah, sure. Go to Los Angeles, go pursue your dreams, or go to New York, pursue your dreams, so forth and so on. It's just a big scam. It's just overpriced, and the only thing that Los Angeles has over any other part of the country is the weather, and that is it.
The weather, yeah, the weather is pretty nice. Can you get the same weather in Vegas, or is it more like a dry heat over there? I guess it's dry heat everywhere, though, huh?
The weather here is pretty decent as long as you're not here in the end of May, June, July, and August, and like the first week of September. It's going to be very dry heat. It sucks. Other than that, right now it's fine. The weather here is still not as good because it gets cold at night here. It gets into the 30s, but I mean, well, Las Vegas sucks too. So I don't know. Maybe I hate everything. I don't
Pick
know.
your poison. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so then what is your favorite? You've obviously traveled the country, right? Have you been to every state besides like Hawaii and Alaska?
Except Maine and North Dakota. And
Okay.
yeah, Alaska, Hawaii, Maine, North Dakota.
Okay, so what's your favorite place to be? Is it small towns? Is more of your?
It depends on what I'm doing. Like if I'm driving through a state, my favorite state to drive through, I would have to say is West Virginia, just because it has like a lot of hills, has a lot of little towns. The people there are very friendly, very weird, very inbred, but nonetheless very friendly.
Okay.
Favorite state to like live in and just kind of work would probably be Texas. Plenty of jobs, plenty of different cities to go to. They're not super far from each other.
Right.
Big shout out to Ohio too. Huge problem with drugs over there, but nonetheless, I do like Ohio. Very cold in the winter though, but I do like Ohio.
Right. Man, Texas is super cool. There's always like new things going on in Texas. There's so much new development. The only thing that I don't like is like, I don't know how you do it. The interstates though, like here in Louisiana, there's like really simple interstates, but over there, they're so intertwined, you know, and you make one wrong.
Yeah, they'll have like farm roads. They'll have like these, you know, you got the interstate, but then you got farm roads. You got like highways. Yeah, I mean, it's a big state. There's 18 million people there. A lot bigger than Louisiana. Louisiana's pretty simple. I do like Louisiana too. Shout out to anybody from Louisiana. I do like your state, especially your cheap gas. I'm wishing their gas were cheap out here as it is in Shreveport.
Right. It's pretty cheap, man. I think it might be under $1 right now, at least, or maybe right over $1. I'm not sure. I don't really pay attention to gas prices. I just go stop wherever the closest gas station is.
Hey, you got it like that, okay. I drive all over the place, so I'm always just like, oh, I just cringe when I see like $3 gas and $4 gas. It's like, ugh.
Right, which that's nice considering. I mean, I don't know. A couple of years back, it got pretty crazy with the gas prices. But
Yeah,
I
it was
guess
4.59 when I lived in Seattle. It's very, very high.
yeah, Seattle. The cost of living up there is super expensive too, huh? You got to see a weird like dynamic as far as traveling so much and the cost of living changing so much, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't pay rent, because I sleep in my van. Yeah,
Right.
so
I just
I
mean
don't
like in
really
regards to food prices and stuff, though.
the West Coast, the prices of food in New York, Jersey, California, Washington. Yeah, if you go out and eat, yeah, everything's a lot more expensive. Even McDonald's is going to be more expensive. But I don't really stay in those places too much. I spend most of my time in either Texas or the Midwest.
Okay, sweet. So you obviously have to sleep in your van a lot. Best places to sleep in your van, what would those be?
Well, well,
Without getting
Walmart's
caught.
Walmart's are you're always your best bet because pretty much other places do. If you got a van, yeah, go stick to a Walmart or a truck stop or any place where a truck parks, like
Okay.
industrial areas. Yeah, those are. But I like Walmart best because there's a bathroom right there. So if I gotta go use the bathroom, I just get out of my van and go.
I mean, do you get people come and knock on your window a lot, or is that just like have you had people come knock on your window?
Yeah, I had let's just say I had a person knock on my window that asked me for certain services that I wasn't interested in at the time, nor would I ever be interested in.
Right.
And that happened right out here in Las Vegas. Other than that, a couple crazy people knocking on my trailer, knocking on my van or whatever, but nothing really bad has happened to me quite yet.
But
Still
like,
waiting for that.
has the cops ever come and knock on your window, or like, do
Oh, yeah.
you know where to park at?
Yeah. No, when you go to small towns, like let's say there's no Walmart, which sometimes there isn't. Yeah, no, they might knock on your door. Now, I don't remember the last time a cop knocked on my door. It's been years. Because
Right.
when I started, I didn't know where to park. You know what I'm saying? So I'd park at a library at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then this cop is wondering what's this creepy van doing in the library at 3:30 in the morning. Well, it's, I'm homeless or whatever. So other
Right.
than that, cops generally don't bother me.
I don't remember where I heard this story, but I think somebody was drunk and they pulled over because they realized that they were drunk driving and they fell asleep at a gas station. And then like a cop knocked on their window, and since they were drunk, he took them to jail because he was in his car. I don't think there
Uh,
was any open container, but I'm like, man, that's messed up, huh?
you could, yeah, a lot of people don't know this. You can get a DUI just by being in a car with the keys in the ignition. I do drink. I haven't drank as much as I used to in the last 5 months. I usually try to keep it to maybe once or twice a week at best.
Right.
But yeah, whenever I drink, like let's say if I'm like streaming or what have you, and if I'm drink, I'll take my keys and I'll hook them up right there, so they're kind of hidden. That way, in case a cop comes up to me. But I've never been bothered about being in my van and drinking.
Right. So where's the worst places to sleep then? Like it's an absolute no. Like you're gonna get.
Like cities or places.
I'm not sure. Like just
Yeah. The worst place to van dwell. Me personally, I don't have much experience in it, but New York, I didn't have a good time in New York. New Jersey, the cops are. I'm not gonna cuss, but the cops are. In New Jersey, they're not good. They're not cool. I would say Jersey's not the best place to you gotta, even when you're at Walmart, they suck.
Right.
They're always looking to pull you over. If you have like an older car and you're driving, they're immediately suspicious of you. I would say like Jersey's not the best place to van dwell.
Oh, okay. Wait, what about like specific places? Like gas stations is okay. Like random. Uh,
Unless you go up to the gas station and say, hey man, I'm just gonna park out here for the night. Do you mind? I mean, if you tell like the graveyard clerk,
yeah.
I mean, usually that's cool, but um, I wouldn't know exactly where's the worst places to van dwell because I don't go to those places. I stick to
Right.
truck, Walmart's, industrial areas of town. I usually when I go places, I usually know where I'm at because I've already been there before. So if I go to a town, I know exactly where to park my van because I've already been there.
Right. That's super cool, man. Like you can just go anywhere and you've been a lot of places, so you know where you're going. What do you do during the day? Obviously, like if you don't have a job, what are you doing?
Okay, so more times than not, I do have a job in my life.
Okay.
The last I would say 2 months, it's kind of been a little bit more fluid in terms. By the way, I hate that word fluid. Ugh, I hate when people say that. I just want to.
Speaking of urine.
Yeah, right. Uh, it's right. Like normally, I have a job. This is new to me, where I'm not looking for a job. Now, technically, I am working. My job's in Dallas, but I took 2 weeks off of work. But I don't think I'm coming back. So he knows kind of like it's 50-50 I'm coming back or not.
Right.
Pick up. First thing I do, I go to McDonald's. I get a cup of coffee, get a sausage McMuffin. I chill out. If I'm not working, I try to stay like focused on going to the gym because I got a weight problem, and I try to go work out. Then I'll go do a video or something like that.
Mm.
And and we're talking about when I'm not working. I'll just do a YouTube video and just work out for a little bit, and then go kick around some rocks, go look for some stuff, go read online, go read some like murder stuff, or find some new ideas for videos. That's about it. I'm one of the more boringest persons people would probably know because what's interesting to me is dull to others. You know what I mean? It's just
Right, which is strange because you're so like entertaining online. You'd think that you have like some crazy, that you'd be
yeah,
doing some
just
crazy thing.
yeah. I mean, things that there's certain things that I like to do that I probably shouldn't say on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
But it's always fun though. It's really fun, guys. You should try it. I'm having a good time. But other than that, I just yeah,
What's
hell
your
yeah.
job? What's your job in Dallas, man?
I work for a catering company. I'm a delivery driver, so I deliver food to local places that have events catered. I'll wash dishes in my downtime if I'm bored.
Right.
Pretty much that. Normal jobs that I do, just menial stuff,
Yeah, absolutely. Man, you really like driving, huh? I could never drive as much as you drive.
Yeah, I used to drive like 500-600 miles a day when I would crisscross the country. Now I mentally just to slow down, and because I'm missing everything when I'm driving, I try to make it a point to not drive more than 250 miles a day. So like let's say I'm traveling, like let's say okay, I'll wake up tomorrow, F Vegas, I'm going to Florida. I will not drive more than 250 miles a day towards Florida. I'll wake up, do whatever, drive 100 miles, stop at a town, chill for 2 hours, find a graveyard or whatever, drive another 50 miles, maybe stop, do another one, and then drive like another 100 miles, and that's it. That's all I do.
Just because
You
you
know,
want to make sure you're soaking in everything, huh?
soaking in everything, and I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry to get to Florida unless there's something like worthwhile, like I want to go to Florida, whatever. But other than that,
Right.
50 miles a day, kid.
No, absolutely, man. So do you have to eat fast food all the time living in your van?
Yeah, that normally, and as people, whoever your subscribers will jump on my channel. I normally have a trailer. I don't sleep in my van. I normally sleep in my trailer.
Right.
It's broken down right now, so I'm gonna get it fixed sometime in February. But I'm probably gonna be in my van for another 6 months or so. I might come back and get my trailer like in April or May. I usually have my generator with me, and then I'll have like a hot plate. I'll have my George Foreman, whatever, so I could just cook right then and there. Ever
Right.
since my trailer broke down, I don't have room for my generator. I don't have room for my gas can, uh, all this and that. So I had to move everything. And as you can see in the back, it's a total complete mess because I need to take everything out, clean out my van, and reorganize everything. And I'm in the process of doing that. I've just been getting really lazy. So yeah, McDonald's, Taco Bell, it's a bad habit, and that's why when I travel, I tend to put on more weight than if I'm in a place like have a job and what have you. But I am losing weight. I am losing weight.
Are you doing keto still?
What's that?
Are you doing keto still?
I jumped off the bandwagon. I'm getting back on Friday. So after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna drink until I puke
Right.
and eat. And then Friday the 20 whatever it will be, I'm going on keto. I'll be on keto for I'll do it for 3 weeks. We'll see what happens. If I could lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks, fantastic. We'll see what happens.
I'm gonna hop on it with you, man. Keto. I'm gonna hop on the keto train with you. So
We'll be the keto twins.
yeah, let's go. Like the Hodge twins, except keto.
Exactly.
So wait, what's your favorite food to eat then? Like where do you go most?
Favorite food? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm not one of these guys that's like a really picky or finicky eater. I don't care what it is.
Me
I'll eat anything.
neither. So it's just
Yeah.
like first place you see. Like if you see Taco Bell, you're going to Taco Bell.
Yeah, I don't care. Now, if I could pick like any fast food place to stop at, I'll go to Chipotle if it's there.
Right. Chipotle is always like really fresh and stuff, I find.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really good for you because the tortilla has a lot of calories and what have you.
If you get that bowl though, I used to always get that bowl, man.
You see, here's what I don't understand. Like when people I'll be in line and it's like, hey, can I get a burrito bowl? Dude, what's the point of going to Chipotle if you're gonna get a bowl? You go get a burrito. It's I don't get me started on it.
You gotta cut out the carbs, man.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's I don't understand the whole bowl thing. I mean, I don't know. Whatever, I guess.
No, yeah, it's all. I mean, to each their own, right?
Yeah.
So, what's the worst part about living in your van? I mean, besides like the obvious things, obviously, like, there's not a ton of space, but
the worst thing about living in a van is, well, I mean, obviously, the number one thing any red-blooded man is gonna think about is SDX. That's
right.
The worst thing is like it's hard to hook up and meet chicks when you live in a van. That is the worst.
Have you ever brought a woman back to the van?
No.
No.
Never. I've done it in a van before, but I had a place. They just wanted to, so I said.
That would make a crazy video though, like trying to, like telling 100 women that I live in a van.
It's. I'll tell you this. It's very hard to meet women when you're on the road, when you live in a van, and because women love. It's not that women are gold diggers or they're money hungry, but they do like security. They do like a man that could take care of them, so to speak.
Right.
So when a woman, you live in a van, the first thing they think of is you're a drug addict, you're a convicted felon. Why are you in a van? Because you're a deadbeat, you're running from the law, this and that. And it's like, that's not even it. I just enjoy the lifestyle, that's all.
Right.
And, what are you going to do? I don't know.
I think on the other end of it, though, I think women would also find it attractive that you're only in town for a little while, that there's no strings attached, that you are this guy that's like running around, you know what I mean? So I think maybe you're looking at it from the wrong perspective. You should almost be using this in your favor. Like you're just that guy that blows into town and you get blown and blow out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not over here. I mean, I could see that. I mean, it's just that I really don't go out like chasing it on the extreme end. Listen, if it happens, it happens. It's cool. If not, I don't really care. It's whatever. At the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I do.
Besides urine consumption, what was like the craziest thing that's happened while living in the van?
Other than consuming my own waste, craziest thing that ever happened in a van?
Any crazy stories? I mean, I've seen your video on your protection that you have in the van. In regards to like, yeah.
Oh yeah. You mean this? You mean this? We want some of this? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Craziest thing. I was in Kansas City, and coincidentally enough, I'm on YouTube on my phone. And by this time, I had a YouTube channel, but I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to do YouTube. I was very ignorant. to how to get started with it. So I'm on YouTube and I'm looking, and I love watching old news footage from the 70s and 80s, like from local news affiliates around the country. So
Right.
if I'm in Tulsa, I'll 1980s Tulsa, NBC, whatever. So I'm watching like these old like stuff from Kansas City, and and right outside my van, like right where that wall is, like 75 yards, I hear, and I hear pop, 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 pop,
Oh
pop. And
God.
I was like, oh, you know, I ducked in my van, and I was like, somebody's shooting. I was like, down.
Right, right, right.
And then I went back up, over my window, and I'm like, looking around, and I don't hear nothing. I'm like, maybe somebody was just like shooting a gun in the air, and then I hear, just people started screaming, get out of here! And I was like, what the hell? And then I grabbed my phone to call 911. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then I see these two guys right by my van. They're like this by my van. They're like, hiding behind my van, looking across the street. And I'm on the phone with the 911 operator. She's like, 911 emergency. I was like, yeah, hey, but these guys are by my van, so I can't be loud. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're shooters. So I was like, yeah, hey, there's been a shooting. I'm on 75th and Metcalf. Someone's shooting a gun. There's people screaming. And she goes, what, sir? What? I was like, well, I can't talk loud because there's these two guys by my van, but I think there's been a shooting. And she goes, I'm sorry, sir, I can't hear you. I said, bitch, there's been a shooting! Somebody got shot! Send the ambulance! And these guys, they bolted from my van because I was screaming. And I got tired of it.
Right.
So I get out of my van, and like everyone's like taking off, and I'm like just looking, and then the police came quick, like a minute and a half, and then I'm walking by the car, and I see this guy like lying by the car, right? And I'm like, so somebody got shot, and I said, why aren't they helping him? They're just standing around. And I'm like, dude, he just got shot. Help him. And as soon as I got a full view of his body, they just threw a big old white sheet over him. He was shot and killed right by my van, dude. Let me tell you something. When that happened, yeah, man. I said, no. I need to start carrying something with me.
Right.
A young dude just got murdered like that right next to my van, dude. That was.
You said that was in St. Louis, Missouri?
No, Kansas City.
Kansas City, Missouri, right? That's Kansas City, Missouri.
If nobody knows about Kansas City or St. Louis, let me tell you, all the attention goes on the East and the West Coast in terms of crime. People are sleeping on Kansas City. That place is bad. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it rivals Chicago, but it's bad. Very bad over there.
Wow, man, that was intense. I feel like I was there.
On your podcast, but I was.
No, I love it. That was perfect, man.
I was like this. She's like, I can't hear you.
What would happen if you're being chased through your house? You know what I mean? Obviously, you do something different. But like, what if a woman was being chased through her house? And she was trying to be quiet and discreet about it. Like, hey, there's somebody chasing me through the house. Like, I think somebody's. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Is this an ASMR video? What? I can't hear you.
Comment, like, and subscribe. Okay. Wow, man, that was great. That was a perfect story. Okay, let's kind of switch gears a little bit. What was your experience working at Popeyes?
Oh my God. First of all, let me say that was the worst job I've ever had. The worst job.
Why you say that?
Because it's disgusting. It's disgusting. If people that went to Popeye's Chicken, if they went back there and they seen how things were done, they wouldn't go back ever again. It's just disgusting.
Right.
I've worked at a lot of different fast food places. Popeyes is just disgusting. Like,
is
the
Popeyes
batter,
the worst?
Oh, it's horrible, dude. It's the batter, the great. It's and that job. Whoever's the guy frying the chicken, that job is not easy. You're constantly getting burned. It's hot. Your fingers are like, it's so bad. Like you don't, when it gets busy. Oh my! You don't have time to clean your hands. Right. I swear to God, in 30 minutes, your hands are like oven mitts of caked with batter and and it's just disgusting.
Is that why there always had a chicken at Popeyes?
I
was
well,
like,
at night, like there's a certain like okay, so they do the reports on how much chicken they'll probably sell. So if they
right,
run out of a certain amount of chicken, they're not gonna fry up like 20 wings at 9:30 at night because statistics have shown that they're not gonna sell that many pieces of chicken
right.
at night. But there's constantly chicken there. But if you're gonna go there at late at night, yeah. Yeah, but I'm sure if you ask them, I'm sure they fry it for you. But they try to have very little food waste going on over there. Which
Okay,
they're pretty.
how's management over there? I mean, with regards to employees being courteous to the you know us, like the consumers. Obviously they don't have the best customer service, is what I'm trying to say. So
Right.
how's management? Like, I mean, do they even preach customer service? Have you seen the memes on like Instagram and stuff about how Popeyes' employees are, you know? Um,
Yeah. Um, the guy that hired me at Popeyes, he was actually a pretty nice guy. He was cool. The nighttime manager was cool. Everyone was cool right there. I wouldn't say that I talked to anybody really because I was a lot older than everyone.
really?
At the time I'm 39 years old, turning 40.
Yeah.
I think I just turned 40 right when I quit, and everyone there was like 19, 20, 21. It was their side job. They were going to school. This one guy worked there for 6 years. 6 years. Wasn't the manager, just 6 years. A little slow. And, hey, that's his job. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And,
Yeah.
so the management was cool. Like, I had no problem with anybody there.
That's cool, man. And I ask about Popeyes because obviously, like, you made the Popeyes video that went viral. What made you
Yeah.
want to make that video about quitting Popeyes?
When I made the video, I was scheduled to work, right? So I have my shirt on and I'm sitting in my van, and I really just said I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work, and I'm dreading going to work. And I was staring outside of my windshield, and I just put the phone up on my thing, and I said, I'm 40 years old and I'm working at Popeyes. What the? I don't want to go to work. It was basically like and I readily admit I made bad decisions in my life that led me to working at Popeyes at 40 years old. But a lot of people don't know in the video, like, I'll work those jobs. I don't care. It's not like a, oh, woe is me, so sad for Black Bigot. No, I mean, I dropped out of school. I didn't get an education. I didn't get a job. And, I made that decision in my life. It was just more of like, I was just like dreading going to work. And I'm like, I'm 40 years old. I work at Popeyes. What's wrong? Something's wrong here.
Right. And I think it's like commendable that you have that kind of foresight to say it's more so myself that was the problem here rather than trying to put the blame on somebody else. Because I think a lot of people are quick to do that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely nobody is to blame except me. I mean, nobody told me to go to Popeyes. No one told me to leave Los Angeles. Nobody told me to not go to school. It was just middle-aged dude. Just wow, like your life flashes before your eyes. One day you're washing dishes in West Hollywood at a nightclub. You're 19 years old. Next thing you're 40 years old and you haven't really moved up in the grand scheme of things. And you're like, wow, I went from the bottom up a little bit, back down to the bottom, crashing through the floor.
Right.
It was weird.
Yeah. Well, you learn from your failures, So, I mean, obviously you're doing something right. So when did you know that video was going to go viral?
So I made the video and, whatever, it's kind of like when you do YouTube videos, you kind of forget about the video. And then I was getting comments on it. And I noticed I had around like 6,000 views, and I'm like, and I remember this one guy commented. He goes, "Hey, bro, I'm just here before the video goes viral," and I'm like, how the hell does this guy know this video is gonna go viral? This is stupid. So I remember that guy said that, man, and the next day it got 3,000 views in a day. So it got up to 10,000. And I'm like, oh, okay, and then like it was building up. The next day got 13,000. Next day it got 17,000. And then it went from 17,000 to 50,000 overnight. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm like, I had a video kind of like this grow that was viral. And I said, oh crap. I said, it's got 50,000, cool. So it went from 50 to 90 in one day. And then it went from 90, it kept jumping like 50 to 75,000 a day. And then when it got to 250,000, I showed my boss, I was like, yo, I said, look at this. This video got 250,000 views. I said, I'll tell you what, I said, if it gets 500,000, I'm happy. And it got 500,000, and then it just went from 500 to 700 in like 3 days. And then it broke, the next week it was 1 million, and then, 1.2, and it slowed down now, but
Right.
oh man, let me tell you, that video was, I don't know. I got lucky. I got lucky because that was weird.
Right. How long after you posted it did it hit the 1 million views, or how long after you posted it did it start taking off for you?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
I had already quit my job, and I was back in I think I was already back in Dallas. It could have even been a month. It was quite a bit of time when I was already back at Dallas when it started getting a lot of views.
It's so interesting how that YouTube algorithm works. Like, it's just sitting there. I guess
it's insane. It's insane because the videos, like I've had two viral videos ever, depending on what you think is considered viral. But
yeah,
and they were both videos that I wasn't even trying. Like I was just like being myself. I was like, okay, whatever.
right. So I know that I found you through that Popeyes video, but what else? Like, what did that do for your channel? Having that much views come in, was like a whole bunch of new people came onto the channel. Did all the other videos views increase?
Yeah, I had videos from 2 years ago that had 1,000 views. All of a sudden, they were getting 100,000 views. I guess it put my videos in the suggested feed on YouTube,
Right.
which I could have totally really capitalized on it. I could have started making like the damnedest videos. How to change your oil in your car, how to change a spark plug, how to tie a tie. I could have done all those videos, right?
Nah, but I don't think that would have helped you out. Because, I mean, people were subscribing for that kind of content that you were like, that self-deprecating content.
Yeah, some guy, like a guy would have been like, man, you should have done those videos. But I was like, nah, I don't care. I mean, I'm happy that I got whatever subscribers from it. And that's cool. I mean, there's way more people on my channel. It's, like all of the old people that were on the channel, they're still there, but some of them, like, they leave. They get really weird. They're like,
oh, you got too many subscribers now. I'm going to go somewhere else.
Get out of here. No one wants you here anyways.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious. Sweet, man. I was going to ask you something else, but I forgot. So you told me that you work for a carnival. Isn't that true?
Yeah, last year I've worked for several different carnivals. I like working for the carnival because you can travel and you get paid at the same time. Only problem is I had an issue at the carnival last year because somebody from YouTube called my boss, and they're like trying to make it seem like I was like some like weird guy, whatever.
Somebody from YouTube called your boss?
Yeah, they called my company that I worked at.
Well, like a subscriber or like a viewer.
Yeah, and I ended up getting fired over it.
Right.
And that was the one in California. I guess so I got fired. I've gotten fired from jobs because of YouTube 3 times.
Okay, tell us about that.
About all 3 of them.
Yeah. Like what happened?
The first one was the carnival. I drove a truck for them, so I would pull their rides. They didn't pay anything anyway, so I didn't even really care.
Right.
And my boss was like, "Hey, somebody." The boss is like saying like that something about your YouTube channel, and I said, "What about it?" And he goes, "Well," he said like you're saying some weird things, and I said, "I'll just quit." And then I took off the shirt and I handed it to them, and I went to go get my pay and I left. That's it.
Well,
The second one was I was working for a temp service.
Okay.
I had worked like maybe 3 days for them, right? They just dispatched you to different jobs. And I don't know how the hell, I think somebody in the office recognized me, and they're like, hey, like, we don't have any work this week for you. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then like I called the following, they're like, yeah, we don't have any work for you. And I was like, what's going on over here? And so the third week, because they were putting people to work, and the third week I went in there, I'm like, how come you guys don't have any work? And she goes, yeah, someone in the office mentioned your social media and they didn't think that maybe you would be a right fit for this company. I'm like, a right fit to go to people's houses and clean their crap? That's not a right fit. So, so that, and then the third one was when I was in Kansas City. I was washing dishes at a barbecue joint, and they text me like one day. They're like, "Yeah, your services are no longer needed." And I was like, obviously, it was from my YouTube channel.
Right.
The reason being was when I was working, I was helping them unload this truck, and this guy was like, "Hey, hey, you look familiar, dude." And I was like, I don't know. I said, I've never seen you before. He goes, no, I know your voice. He goes, your voice is very unique. He goes, I know you from somewhere. He goes, yeah, YouTube. And I was like, oh, yeah, yeah. And then my coworker's like, oh, you're a YouTuber? And I was like, yeah, I am. And he goes, oh, what's your YouTube channel? And the guy, he goes, yeah, dude, check out this channel. This guy is funny. So I was like, it's Black Bigot. And he's like, oh, okay. And then 2 days later, like they fired me via text.
Oh man, that's rough. So you haven't even told like all these stories. You haven't even told anybody about your YouTube. It's just like they've heard or
No,
someone
hell no.
recognized you.
Yeah, hell no, I don't tell them. Are you crazy? Yeah, because listen, I got certain beliefs that half the country doesn't like. You know what I mean? I don't come on my channel with political stuff saying, oh, I vote this way, I vote that way, blah blah blah. Now, if you ask me what I vote, I'm gonna tell you. My channel in the old days, I wouldn't make like necessarily political rants, but when I would live stream, I would say like I would talk about politics, or maybe in a video I would talk about a certain politics or whatever. But
Right.
yeah, no, I had I have an opinion that a lot of people don't like, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm a Trump supporter. I love Donald Trump. He's the funniest damn dude in the presidency ever.
Yeah.
And then you get all these people who are like, oh, blah 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 blah, and then talking. And I'm just like, look, I don't really care. I don't listen. At the end of the day, I don't shove my political ideology down anybody's throat. If you want to talk, it cool. If not, no worries.
What's funny is how the Hodge twins kind of like decided that they were going to be the conservative twins. I love it because obviously I feel like supporters of Donald Trump, we need more people that are outspoken, especially from their demographic. But it's just funny that they would have sacrificed half of their fan base just for, just to create a political channel.
Let me tell you, that took a lot of guts from them.
They got some balls, man. They got some balls on them.
They do, because first of all, they annexed like half of their subscriber base, which I think most of their subscriber base, even if they're not Trump supporters, they don't care. That's why they made this separate channel. They're like, this is a channel for politics. Stay over here.
Right.
And then this is the channel for us talking about why you libtards are insane.
Right.
Because they're crazy.
They are crazy.
I'm tired of them. I'm tired of them.
Yeah, we all are. But as far as YouTubers reinventing themselves, I think the Hodge twins have done like one of the best jobs, because literally, they started out as twin muscle workout, and then they transformed that into like giving advice, and then they were doing food reviews, and then it's like they've just totally morphed themselves into whatever.
Oh yeah, they're ever evolving, and
right.
No, I love the Hodge twins. Man, one of my YouTube wet dreams, if you will, would be to be on their channel. I could be like their dumb cousin from
right.
road or whatever. You know what I mean? No, often like not that I want to copy them, but I've thought about like kind of like changing it up a little bit. I've done a food review here and there on my channel. The channel's kind of the same thing. It's ever evolving, and I'm always looking for like different things to go down different paths other than me sitting in my van yelling at the phone.
Right.
I love their channel, and the reason I love both their channels, and the conservative twins, I love it because it's just common sense. That's all it is, common sense.
I don't like the fact that they started sitting down. Have you seen how they sit down now at that table?
No, they need to keep their asses standing up.
Dude, I agree.
People on YouTube, they don't like change. That's why, like sometimes, like if I was doing a video and I'm walking around a store, I don't know if people would like it versus if I'm in the van. But no, I don't. People genuinely, they like things to remain the same.
Right.
That's like, like don't do videos by yourself.
Right.
Do your videos together. That's their brand. They're together. They're twins.
And they stand up, especially in those videos in that room. And I think the viewers, they don't understand as well as the creators do that being on YouTube and changing what you do that much is like a hard thing to do because you're literally like sacrificing half your audience every time. You have your people who are like that are diehard for you, but you have those people who watch you for a specific thing. So for them to be evolving like that, like it's like whoever stays with them, and whoever doesn't, they just let them go. You know?
Yeah, and it's not like, and they were making good money, and I don't
Yeah.
know if they're billionaires, but I would imagine they're doing quite well
Right.
with their comedy, stand up, where they're doing tours and stuff like that.
Man, I gotta go see them. I have not seen them yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it a goal of mine to go see them next year for sure.
Right. Let's dude, if you go to Texas, I'll go over there with you because I think that would be awesome.
We'll go.
We'll go. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's hold hands. Come on, let's go.
That way we don't have to go by ourselves. It'll be great,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Feel like a date.
Yes, I love it. What was it like? You told me you were also a taxi driver as well, right?
Yeah, here in Las Vegas. Yeah, I drove a taxi.
How was that?
People think that okay, people got this misconception that Vegas is like this super exciting town, and then if you're a cab driver in Vegas, you're like, oh wow, you know, you got these crazy stories. People used to watch Taxi Cab Confessions, which was to me kind of I don't believe that show was real. I think it was kind of rigged.
Yeah.
But it was okay. I liked the job. It was very flexible. I mean, it was long hours, but I had a good time with it. I'm a single guy. I don't have any kids, so you're not making great money. You make $600-700 a week. It's okay.
Right. I'm sure Uber's really hurt the taxi industry over there, and
yeah, my old job actually they sold the company because Uber just killed them. They sold off all their taxis and all their medallions, and yeah, they're no more.
I mean, that's just how it goes. Let's see. What's the best job for your lifestyle? I think you just said it was, something minimum wage, something you can get in quick.
The best job for me personally, for the lifestyle that I lead, is a low-paying, dead-end, crap-ass job that I can quit in 2 seconds and I don't care about. I love those jobs.
Right.
I love those jobs. Now, if you're gonna hire me to drive a cement truck and you can pay me $20-21 an hour, I can't take that job because I'm gonna be stuck with you.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be making really good money, and then I'll be doing YouTube, and then that'll be fine, and then the channel will grow stagnant, and that's it. I can't do that. If I had a child, if I knocked up abroad, I'd probably have to do something like that. But for right now, I don't. So I just love getting $10 an hour minimum wage jobs. That the Kathleen back in the office, she's seen your YouTube channel and she doesn't like it. Okay, well then go piss off. I don't care. I'll just go. I'll go to Cincinnati then.
Right. But what sucks about it is like you have to fill out applications every time. You got to go through the training courses every time. You gotta, is that the bad part about it?
I hate that. Yeah, I hate filling out applications. This is what I don't get. Especially the jobs that want you to have a resume and fill out an application. Like, why do I fill out an application? This is my resume. Then if you like the resume and the interview goes good, then you hire me, and then I can formally get the application going. I never did understand that. I cringe at job applications and I cringe at job interviews, especially for the low-brow jobs that I get. I mean, if you're interviewing me for a dishwashing position, why are you interviewing me for this? Who is lining up for this job? Who is lining up with their wet boots on and their aprons, dying to wash your dishes? That's the one job I don't understand when there's an interview. Like, get out of it. Just hire me so I can quit already.
I guess they just have to figure out whether or not you're like a serial killer or something.
Well, yeah, when you're 40 years old and you're 40 years old American guy, you're coming in for a dishwashing job. Obviously, you've already killed a few people, so they're just kind of wondering if you were going to kill them.
Right. So basically what you're saying is if you were to get a good paying job, do you think that would be the death of your YouTube channel? You said you would grow stagnant?
Yes. If I didn't travel anymore, okay, like let's say I have to settle down. Let's say no more traveling. If I stayed in one city, yeah, my other channel would definitely be the death of that for sure. Yeah.
The one where you visit graveyards, right?
Yeah, that one would. Yeah, that one, I could turn it into something else, but yeah, to me, the channel would die out. The bigger channel, nah, it would still be okay, but
You
it
can still
just,
do, yeah, you can still do some crazy stuff on that one.
yeah, but I think people want to see me like traveling, living in a van, being a drunk. They don't want to. I mean, they want to see me happy, but they don't want to see me really succeed. See,
Right.
people are weird.
We talked about that.
Yeah, people, and you thought that people genuinely want to see you do good. I don't believe so. I think people want to see you fall right flat on your face because it makes you feel good about yourself. And I feel good. Listen. Here's. I'll give you a quick example. This poor kid, horrible, horrible, horrible story. This kid was working with his uncle in North Carolina, and they were for a lawn care business, and they were throwing in branches into a wood chipper. I don't know how the hell he got caught, but he got caught through the wood chipper.
Oh God.
Through the wood chipper, and his uncle seen what happened. He has a heart attack. He didn't die, but he had a heart attack then and there. They came and got him. Now, do we like to hear? Does that story? Is that a heartwarming story that makes you smile? No.
No.
I don't know why you're laughing. Why am I smiling? But you see, it's a nervous laughter, nervous smiling when we're talking about this.
Right.
We're not thankful that he died a horrible, horrible death. Deep down inside, we're like, that's a horrible story. At least it wasn't me. And it's kind of a relief. And that's normal. This kid, I don't know if like a branch got caught, because I've done that job before. And that's the only thing I can think of is a branch caught him by the shirt, and it was one of those really good, yeah. But it's stories like that, like the bad news makes people kind of like, well, at least, hey, my car broke down. Well, at least I didn't get ran into a wood chipper today, So
Right.
it's kind of like, okay, well, at least, I'm still here. Horrible.
But tell
Why
us.
Are you laughing for? It's not funny.
Oh man. So do you feel like you play kind of a troll on YouTube then with your Black Bigot channel?
Yeah, I do troll videos. People, if you're smart, you know what videos are trolling. I like to push people's buttons. I like to annoy. I like to offend.
Right.
I'm not mean spirited per se. I'm really not. But I do like messing with people, like just joking. If I say like I don't know, I can't think of anything, but whatever. I say something like if I make a video about guys who are shorter, like I'm just busting your balls. I don't really care that you're 5'6". I'm just busting your balls. And
what about the 23andMe, telling people that you have white parents?
Well, see, my mom's white and my dad's white. Well, listen, guys, you're just gonna have to watch the video now, and then you'll see what the truth is. We'll see. I'm gonna take the. I got the test. Where is the test? Where is it? It's somewhere right here. I got the test though. I think it's under my seat. Oh, it's probably right there. Just tune in and find out.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, people.
Do I look like I'm white? Do I look like I'm black?
I don't know, man.
Me neither. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Is that my father? I think that's my father.
People are gonna have to stick around to find out then, huh?
You sure the hell was going to.
Okay, tell us about all your channels on YouTube, at least the ones that you post to consistently.
Okay, Black Bigot, 2 G's. Check me out. Lamont at Large. That channel is totally different from Black Bigot. That channel, I actually take that channel very seriously in terms of like the subject matter.
Right.
That speak about. I go to just graveyards and crime scenes, and I talk about how people died. Like if I see a stone and somebody's name, I'll kind of look them up or Google them really quick or what have you. I do that. YouTube's Most Wanted. I'm very lazy. I need to get that one going. I do upload. I should be uploading every day, but it's like I've kind of fallen off a little bit. But I try to upload at least 2 or 3 times a week. It's just quick videos about wanted scumbags. That channel, it will grow into something. I just got to be consistent at it. I really do believe that channel by itself, I'll get 10,000 subscribers, and that's not with me shouting it out on my channels.
Right.
I'll get my own.
Have you seen gas station, something with the gas station where every time somebody steals something, the gas station like records the video and then they play the video back and they do like a guy does like a commentary over it? Have you seen those? Dude, it's really good. You're going to have to check that out. It just reminds me of the YouTube Most Wanted thing because, like, literally this gas station has, like, 30 cameras in it. Every time somebody steals something, it's funny. They all do the same thing. Like, they all have, like, a scratch that they do or they're always looking up and around. And, like, it's just
Yeah,
hilarious, bro. You're going to have to check it out.
yeah, I gotta look that up. Yeah, I'll put anybody on YouTube's Most Wanted. Like, you could be a murderer, or maybe you stole gas in a small town.
Right. So the Lamont at Large channel, have you just been fascinated by death? Like, what drove you to want to do that?
Fascinated by more, not necessarily by death, because if somebody that's 90 years old that died, I'm not necessarily fascinated by their death. I am fascinated about who they were in their life.
Okay.
I'm fascinated by who people were in their lives, but I'm also fascinated in people younger than me that have lost their lives, like getting shot and killed, car accidents, horrible accidents, stuff like that.
Does it just
Just curious.
interest you? Just your curiosity or what?
Yeah, not it's not more so the death part. It's the life part. It's like who they were in life. Like, like somebody that got killed yesterday out here, he had plans on Thursday or Friday. He was making Thanksgiving plans. He's like, I'm gonna eat a bunch of turkey and get drunk. And then he got into a car accident. He's dead. So
Right.
it's just fascinating how you are alive as you guys are watching me and listening to me, and I'm watching and listening to you. And then the next day, you were killed in a horrible hydraulic press accident or whatever. And so I mean the gruesome deaths kind of fascinate me, but it's so much more. It's more the person who they were in life. But unfortunately, I don't go to a graveyard and say, oh, that was Jimmy, that was Bob, that was Ray, that was little Lucky right there. I don't know them, but
Right.
I just go there and kind of like look up their, maybe sometimes I look up their Facebook or whatever.
So what do you think happens when we die?
I don't know. Um, Give me 10 Bibles, 10 Qurans, 10 whatever the Buddhists read. I don't know. Pick one. Which one? I have no idea. Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Let me know when you meet somebody who's died and then they came back like next week and they're like, okay, so let me explain to you. This is what happens. You see, when you die, you're going to see a light and there's
Right.
going to be this weird, we don't know. We don't know. Believe in whatever.
There is
You
a
know,
book that this guy did, and it's based on like so many studies. I think like thousands of studies of people who've had near-death experiences, and they boiled it down to like what the most common thing happens. And like literally, it's what you said. They see a light. You meet somebody who does like a life journey, something to that extent. So I just
it's so funny. I've never met anybody. I never read a story that I can really remember that somebody went to hell. They went to hell and they're like, oh my God, there is a hell.
right,
Where's that guy? Well,
right.
he's probably burning in hell.
I think there's a strong case for reincarnation for sure, and maybe your karma is what you're reincarnated back into. I'm not sure, but
Let me say really quick. I hope there is reincarnation, because I see a lot of kids in the cemetery, and like what was it, like last month? I was in Indiana, so I went to Delphi where those two girls were murdered. I don't know if
right.
you remember the story.
Mm,
And it's like, okay, these two girls, 12 and 13, they were murdered, and they never caught the murderer. They probably never will. And why not? Why can't they get another chance? 12
right.
years old, you didn't even get to live, and here I am, 40 years old, in a van, sleeping in my own filth, and that, to me, that's not fair. So I hope there is a reincarnation. I really do.
So does talking about all that death, does it make you more so cynical, or does it make you more so appreciate your life and the fact that you get to live?
Both. I have an appreciation for my life every day, man. When I wake up, I'm just like, thank God I live to see another day. Because listen, there's a lot of disease. There's a lot of things that can kill us. You could die tomorrow. You could have a brain aneurysm. You can get ran over by a car. You can have a massive heart attack. There's that one vein in your heart that no, you could be healthy as a horse. Man, I just met up with a subscriber in Texas, and she showed me her friend who died, and he was healthy as a horse. This guy was on American Gladiators, just an all-star athlete. He played for LSU. He played the college football,
Really,
and he died at 49.
man.
What happened? You know what I'm saying? Healthy, and this guy, she could not stop telling me about this guy. She's like, the greatest guy. She goes, one of those guys that, like, that even if you screwed him over on the deal, like, he was just such a nice guy. He's like, oh well, and just a guy that, man, like, that people just gravitate towards. And she was like, yeah, and then that killed him. You never know, man. You never know.
Right. I couldn't, look at death that much because it would make you, I don't know, it'd make me like paranoid or something. I don't know. Are you not paranoid at all? Is there more something you just accept? Like,
Sometimes if I drink too much caffeine at night, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. But other than that, nah, man. It's listen, if it happens, it happens. Now, I'm not trying to have it happen tomorrow, but
right.
it is what it is. What are you gonna do? If I get a horrible disease or I get some kind of disease, disease that just hey, I had a good run. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I like to keep going, keep going.
Yeah. Keep going. Yeah. No, absolutely. I don't think you'll ever get to a point where you're like, you know what, now would be a good time,
Now would be a good time for something really, really awful to happen to me right now.
Yeah. Okay. Right now. So the Lamont at Large channel, has that one grown as much as the Black Bigot channel has? Or is the content not necessarily as viral friendly as um
I've had a couple videos on there. I have two 500,000 view videos, not viral, but good views. Um, I would assume that not viral friendly. It actually Lamont at Large grew past Black Bigot, and it had twice as many subscribers.
really?
It's a slow, steady climb. It is growing. At the rate it's growing now, I'm gonna guess by the end of next year, I should have 50,000 subscribers on there. Let me tell you, if a big YouTuber, if there's any big YouTubers watching, please, if they would shout out, look, let me tell you, if Lamont at Large got 100,000 subscribers, oh my, that'd be my YouTube wet dream right over there. Oh my
Really?
God, 100,000 subscribers, I'll never work again.
Why is that though? Is that just like, is that your baby channel?
No, Black Bigot is, but Lamont at Large, I have a special affinity for it just because of the subject matter, my reverence for the dead, my reverence for people who have lived previous. We all love somebody that has gone on and has died. Me, not as many people as others, but uh, I have reverence for the dead. I don't know, it's just weird. And I ain't gonna lie, I'd love that channel to get 100,000. It will, without a shadow of a doubt. That
Right.
I swear to God, I think a big YouTuber will shout me out before the YouTube algorithm pushes it to 100,000. I think somebody will see me at 50, 60,000 and just be like, hey, this guy goes to different graveyards. It's just kind of odd. And bloop, next day I got 126,000 subscribers.
Right. And I think the content is very binge worthy as well. Because once somebody stumbles upon it and they like hearing the stories, they're just gonna keep watching. I mean,
Yeah, I just gotta really work on my patience, because if I go to a cemetery and I can't find, because it's not about to me it's the quantity of videos that I can do versus okay, let me sit here for 4 hours and research this cemetery and go. I can't do that. I gotta go. So it's just like, all right, let's go. Let's look. Let me look up, and then I'll try to back research crimes that were committed and somebody that robbed somebody that shot. I just did that in this other place in New Mexico.
So
So
what's the process of creating those videos then? Are you're pulling up, you look at the gravestone and you Google the name? Is that it?
yeah, I'll just Google each name. If I'm in a smaller city, I'll Google crimes in Las Vegas, and then I haven't done this too much. I need to start doing it more often.
Right.
I'll look for crazy crazy crimes, crazy bad industrial accidents that happen to people, and then I'll get all their names, and then I'll start Googling them and where they're buried, and then I'll go to the cemetery and I'm like, oh, this guy, you know, like that kid that we were talking about that got killed in the shredder, the
Yeah.
limb thing,
Yeah.
whatever. He died in South Carolina or North Carolina. When I go out there, I'll remember I'll look up his name, and then I'll go to where he's buried at, and then it'll be like a story, like what happened to him,
Man.
or if somebody or famous. I'm starting to do more famous people just because they get more views, but the
Right.
channel's really not about famous people. It's about regular people. But so I got to take my time more with that channel.
Right. You think you're just too impatient with it? That's the hardest part about YouTube, man. It's all about
Yeah,
patience.
I got no patience, and I got like 2-3 channels I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find a crappy job for $10 an hour, You know what I'm saying? It's stressful out here, kid. It's stressful.
I feel you, bro. Plus, you got tests you got to take. You got AIDS tests.
An AIDS test I gotta take.
So, do you have any particular YouTube strategy? I mean, you've obviously had some great success on YouTube. Is it just by happenstance, or is there anything backing it that people can learn from?
I think I've been, I'm not gonna lie. I've often said I got lucky on YouTube a few different times over.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I can tell people, me personally, if you want to make it on YouTube, don't be like everybody else. Don't be cringy. Don't be cringy. Oh, hey man, I'm gonna make a reaction channel. Come on, dude, really? I mean,
Dude,
yeah,
there are so many reaction channels.
like, come on. And you know what? They work. They work. I'll tell her like this. If somebody wanted to make a YouTube channel and they want to get subscribers to be, yeah, make a reaction channel. Go ahead. Go do that. Other than that, prank channel. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna prank. Hey guys, I'm gonna prank my mom. I'm gonna tell her that I have colon cancer. Mom, like, come on.
What about a gaming channel?
Oh, dude, my mom's a gamer. You didn't know?
I didn't
My
know
mom
that.
has
Man.
2 gaming channels. Yeah, it's crazy. Everyone's a gamer, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing. Anytime anybody talks to me about YouTube, they're like, you know what? I was thinking about starting a gaming channel. And I'm like, dude, everybody and their mom has a gaming channel. I mean, you'll never see the light of day.
Unless you're friends with PewDiePie, then
Right.
yeah. But I would say be yourself. Don't be a fake weirdo. Don't try to be nice, because that's what happened to me, and I didn't grow. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't. And then finally I just said, you know what? I'm tired of this. And I was just like, man. Anyways, I'm in my van. So this guy right here, he did something at the supermarket that pissed me off, and he smelled, or she farted, and it's just, yeah, whatever.
I was talking to Aaron. I did a podcast with this guy named Aaron, and he was talking about being polarizing, and it helps when you're polarizing. So you don't want to necessarily fall in the middle to where everyone just kind of like accepts you. You almost want to be people love you or people hate you, and
yes, I 100% agree. One thing that bothers me, and he's very rich, famous, successful podcaster, Joe Rogan.
Right.
That's the only thing I don't like about him. He's such a brown noser. I hate that about him. But that's what makes people like him, is that he doesn't take like one side or the other. He's like tofu. He's like, yeah. And it was like one guy, he comes, he's like, yeah, I do hate those. And then the next time, actually, I really do like those. You're right. And like, don't be like that. I mean, it worked for him. No, be yourself. And who cares if somebody doesn't like a certain thing you say? If I'm live streaming, and if somebody's like, oh, hey, Trump MAGA 2020, I'm like, hell yeah. And then someone's like, unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Well, get out of here. I don't care. You're 12. I don't care if you unsubscribe. Go jump off a water tower.
Oh, man. So how do you deal with the hate? Do you get a lot of hate on your channel?
Yeah. I don't care. I mean, they're bums. They're let me tell you something. You got a lot of people like, oh, you're ugly, or you're fat, or you're on drugs. Like, I don't care. These guys are incels. These guys are in their mother's basement, playing video games, but that's the channel. Like, I get a lot of heat. People talk a lot of crap about me. I mean, it's a lot of trolls, but that's what makes the channel. So I don't feel I get any like serious hate where someone's like, yeah, man, if I see you, I'm gonna smash you in the face, or some people might leave comments about that. Whatever. What are you gonna do? I don't know. You put yourself on social media like that, you're opening up your life. I open up about 97% of my life on YouTube. The other 3% I don't talk about. But when you open up your life and you're opening up yourself like that to a mass audience, you're gonna get hate, of course.
No, absolutely. I completely agree. And then like, whenever I first started, I was kind of like, the hate kind of bothered me. But then I realized, I was like, I've never left a hateful comment on anyone's video. And I was like, who takes the time to watch a video in the first place, thumbs it down, and then to leave like a hateful comment? Like, you don't have anything better to do with your day than like maybe click off and watch something else. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of people are these that do stuff like that? You know what I mean?
Just trolls that get off of making other people miserable, and it makes them feel better. And I don't fault them for it. I personally don't. If I leave like a hateful comment, like, it's not going to be on a sock account. It's going to be on my account.
Really? You'll leave a hateful comment on somebody's stuff though?
Yeah, like I got a fourth channel I don't really mess with. I'm that channel's going to be for something. I just haven't figured out if I should just do all my political commentary on that channel
Mm-hmm.
or be like kind of like a Styx Hexenhammer. I don't know if you watch him. That guy is freaking a genius. That guy is just way too smart for his own good, and I love watching Styx. So maybe something like that.
Right.
But yeah, I'll do it on that channel. It has like 800 subscribers, so I'll just go like, hey.
Do you ever block any of the people or ban them from your channel that comment mean
Yes.
stuff?
Yeah. Before, like there were certain trolls that I would always block, and then they would come back with the same name. I would just keep blocking them. It's really hard to get blocked on my channel. You can. There's so many people on my live stream, I just can't catch through the comments. But if I happen to see like a comment and I'm just feeling a certain way that day, I'll block them. But
didn't you get into something controversial with YouTube to where this guy's channel sent you over like a bunch of his nasty subscribers or something? Wasn't there something that happened? Did you have like a feud or a dispute with another YouTuber? Or you called somebody out or something to that extent? The guy who interviews the people that were in jail? Was that him? I don't know the whole story.
No, that was. Wait, are you talking? You talking about the 23andMe?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay, you're talking about the YouTuber that's been to prison and he interviews other people that have been in prison.
Yeah, didn't something happen with you and him, or you made a comment?
I basically trolled him. Here's a good thing for any budding YouTubers out there that want to become like. Talk about relevant YouTubers. That's a good way of getting a little bit of traction in the YouTube algorithm. Talk about a relevant YouTuber. No, I watched a video about him. The guy's like, look, the guy has 400,000 subscribers. He's probably making well over $10,000 a month off of YouTube. Probably more like 15 to 20. I mean, if he's smart and he took his money and did something with it, he's doing quite well. He's a decent looking guy. The chicks like him. You know what I'm saying? Not very bright. One of those guys that reads a story from CNN on CNN.com and he just goes with it. So, there's a little bit of cobwebs up in that brain of his. So I just kind of called him out. I'm like, dude, the story was wrong. It's not what happened. The real story was this. So I just called him out, and I guess he mentioned me in a live stream of his, but he didn't mention me by name because he's too big and important to mention Black Bigot by name. By then I only had like 10,000, 11,000 subscribers, but my subscriber jumped 500 in like two or 3 days because of that. So yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. Okay, I wasn't sure. I mean, maybe I was late on the channel. I mean, because I found you through the Popeyes video, so I wasn't around whenever.
Yeah,
I guess you
that
were calling that guy out.
video wasn't a big deal. Yeah, it was just I called him out a little bit, but it's over.
Okay, so what about advice for people in creating YouTube content? Just like talk to like consistency. Is there anything behind like? Do you try to upload once every day, or you know what I mean? Is there any kind of upload consistency that you try to follow?
Every day. Black Bigot every day. I try to I'll skip like a day here and there just to because I don't feel like it.
Right.
But every day. Lamont at Large, I will skip a day once a week. Every day though. Like today I didn't upload. I got 2 videos that I'm going to upload, and then I got 3 more videos I gotta put together and then upload. Be consistent. Don't upload for 2 straight days and then disappear for 2 weeks. Sure, you could do it if you want, but YouTube is not going to you're not going to get caught in YouTube's algorithm. Not only that, here's the thing. Let's say I didn't upload that Popeyes video. Let's say I didn't feel like making a video that day.
Right.
I would have never done anything.
Right.
Be consistent. And people like that I would talk to off of YouTube, and they're like, "Hey man, how do I do this?" Okay, well, how about you start uploading? Because you don't upload. You don't upload. But most times people just suck. They just suck.
Right.
They're not good.
And I've been in a battle with myself as far as, so I have a certain content that people love and it gets the most views. Now, I used to try to upload at least 5 times a week, but I felt like I was losing momentum on those bigger videos because I felt like maybe they weren't getting pushed as hard because I had the smaller videos. How do you feel about that? Or are you just trying to win in numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. You know, I haven't had this channel like this big for that long, so I'm still trying to figure out what videos on my channel get good views.
Mm-hmm.
I went driving through Gary, Indiana. I did like a hoods video. I was kind of
Right.
talking about the area. That got pretty good numbers. So now I know if I do those kind of videos, those will get decent numbers on my channel. Food reviews, I don't know yet. The Popeyes chicken sandwich review got like 14,000 views in like 5 or 6 days. That's okay. You know, I had a chick on my channel that got 140,000 views. Just me talking to her, just about a date that we went on.
Oh, I saw that one. I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but I had to put it on private because she didn't like that. She didn't like that it got that many views.
Damn, that thing was blowing up, huh, bro?
Yeah, I know. I was just like, whatever. But so that tells me what they want to see. They want to see drama. That's all it is. It's a drama channel. That's what they want. They want to see maybe me like traveling, doing like commentary. They want to hear my opinion of what I think about things and drama on my channel.
Right. Right. So go out on dates, and then after the date, you make a video of it every time, like, and ask the girl how it went.
Go out on a date and then take my, where is it? Go out on a date and then take my AIDS test after, my at-home AIDS test.
Yes.
I think that's so hilarious.
Oh my gosh, man! Did you buy that just for the video?
Yes.
You're not gonna? Are you gonna take it?
Yeah, I'm gonna test it.
Or are you just gonna troll?
I don't have AIDS. I mean, I could, but I don't know. You'll have to wait and find out.
There we go. What about meeting women through YouTube? Is that something you've been able to do? Or do you not want to touch on that? We don't have to talk about that if you don't want to.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, I listen. I met my ex-girlfriend on YouTube. You know, that ended bad because of me, because I can't settle down. I've met women on YouTube. It's you know, it's good and bad.
What about just meeting people in general? Meeting your subscribers. How has that been?
Like where I meet them on purpose or accident?
Like on purpose. On purpose, like, you know, meeting other people in whatever town they're in.
Oh, I've had good meetups with subscribers. I've had one bad one.
Tell us about the bad meetup. You know, we want the drama.
Yeah, of course you want the drama.
That's what these people.
I was talking to this chick for like 2 months. It was getting to the point every day where we were like calling, hey, and I just called to say hi on my lunch break. You know, it's like one of those, right? And I liked her. She was really good looking broad. You know, I guess she liked me. She thought I was funny, kind of cute, whatever. She lived in Texas, so I finally went to go like meet her, right? So we met up at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and when she see me, boy, she gave me the weirdest look. She was like, hi. And I was like, hey, what's going on? How are we doing? So we're sitting down, and she's like super uncomfortable. And then finally, I'm just like, is there something wrong? I'm like, is it that I'm fat? Cause you know, cause people only see me from here. They don't know I got a big gut. You know, it's like I got like skinny little waist, like twiddly little legs, and it's big beer belly, right? So I was like,
you should do a beer belly reveal at 100K.
I know, I should. I'm gonna do a video with my shirt off at 100K. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll announce that on my channel too. All right,
let's go.
Sure.
You got to give me some props there.
Yeah, I'll definitely give you a shout out. Disgusting, but I'm gonna have to get my tattoo first. I'm gonna get my stomach tattooed. I'm gonna get that done. Maybe I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna go talk to the tattoo guy in a couple days.
What are you gonna get tatted on it though?
I want to. Okay, get this. This is crazy. This is funny. Okay. This is what I want to get. Now, it's not 100% sure that I'm going to get it. I want to get on my stomach, like across my stomach, Gigas Breaker. You get it? Remember Gigas Breaker? From
no, I've never seen that. No.
You know Street Fighter 2, like Hugo, the big guy?
Mm-mm.
Like he has this move called the Gigas Breaker where he like grabs you and he throws you up and he catches you and smashes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You up, and then he spins and just smashes you on the ground with his body. It's a sex tattoo. Gigas Breaker, I'm on top of you. I'm smashing you.
Whoa, man. I don't know how many women are going to get that reference, but maybe so.
Yeah.
Maybe so. Okay, well, let's go back to the story. So y'all met at Buffalo Wild Wings, and she kind of gave you the cold shoulder.
She gave me the cold shoulder, and then finally, I was like, "Yeah, check, please. We're out of here." And then we were walking. I was walking her to her car, and I'm like, "See, I'm fat," and I took off my shirt, right? And then she was just like, "Oh my god." But there is a little bit more to that story that I'm leading on. Like there was some drama involving me, her, and another female.
Okay.
So,
If you, I
but
mean, we can't. Yeah.
but I still feel that she did not like the way I looked, even though I told her, "Hey, I am heavier,"
Right.
because she was used to dating like these like pretty boys with good jobs, and like she's dating a homeless bum, like, or she's like talking to a homeless bum. So
Right.
maybe she didn't like the fact that I was talking to another female with her at the same time, and she found out.
Usually women are more attracted to that, though. You got options. You're a man with options.
I got a couple options, kid. Yeah, I
Hey,
got to keep my options open.
hey,
Yeah.
you're the man. You're the man. What was it gonna? So on the other end of that, didn't you get catfished as well?
Yeah, I got catfish, man. Yeah, that's
Wasn't it kind of the same situation, just in reverse?
yeah, that was a bad. She actually ended up emailing me about a week after that video came out. She goes, "Yeah, I seen your video."
Oh, I gotta love that.
Yeah, and I was like, "Well, you shouldn't have catfished me." You
So
know what
you
I'm
went
saying?
on it. So you were talking to this girl for a while. Wasn't it on Tinder?
Yeah, I met her on Tinder. She was really good looking on Tinder. We were talking, blah blah blah. One aspect of the video that I messed up on, that we were talking, right, and
Right.
we were talking on video chat, and I remember one time the camera was like on her, like she was wearing like a negligee, and I noticed that she had like a little belly going on, right? And I don't care, like I really don't care. Like
Right.
that's totally hot, right? I don't care.
Right.
But then that was like an alarm, and then it's like in her video, she just didn't look the same, and it's like, then that's when I got the red alarm. I was like, "Beep, beep, beep." And I said, "Oh boy!" And then after that video session, I wanted to like not. I wanted to not talk to her anymore, but I liked her. We just talked really good, and I met her, and then just she's a look. I don't want to like disparage or talk bad about her. She's a really, 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 really good person. She's like honest, a great person. It's just I can't be with you. I can't be attracted to you. I gotta be attracted to you. And she catfished me, and she might see this interview with me, and she might be jumping up and down, like, "Oh, you stupid MFer." But
Right.
it's true. You catfish me. She did.
Right. Right. It's just, I don't know. So I think I always say that there's a reason why these
Let
people
me-
are on Tinder.
Dude, 2 months of talking to my future wife. That was kind of what it was. I was like, dude, I'm gonna meet this chick. We're gonna go, because she loved to travel. She always wanted to live in a van. I was like, that's great. I already live in one. You know?
We can
Oh
ride
man,
around together.
dude. Oh my God, dude. No, no, no. She just poor. What are
That'd
you
be a
gonna do?
nightmare anyway. You don't want a woman to travel with you, man.
Dude, I wouldn't mind it for stretches of time. No,
Maybe like a week or two, maybe.
it would be nice for a while, dude. I mean, perpetually traveling. Well, listen. If a chick is like, all right, I know you need your space. I need my space. So if it was something like that, you never know. I would be open to it. I would be totally open to a woman traveling with me, especially if she's like, "Hey, let me travel with you for a few weeks. Let's go." Nobody wants to play with me. Nobody wants.
But I'm just saying, just have somebody there all the time, hanging out all day long. I don't know, man.
Well, they'll get the. Well, I did travel with my ex-girlfriend and her kid, and we did travel for 7-8 months. That was fine,
Right.
except for when we were at the carnival. Then that stunk. But when we were traveling, no, it's great. I loved it. I loved being with her. And I loved being with her kid, and I loved the situation. I just didn't love the fact that I was realizing towards towards the end of my time that I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to get a place. We're gonna have to get an apartment. That's when I chickened out. But no, I mean, I like it by myself, but I wouldn't mind traveling with somebody for a while, for sure.
Right. So like
And,
obviously, okay.
no, any interesting candidates, if you're a woman out there and you're watching
There we
this
go.
thing,
Let's go ahead and plug it right here.
TacoBellCriminal@gmail.com. Hit me up with
Let's
pictures, please.
yeah.
Nope, don't use a filter either. Do not send me a picture with a filter. I will delete it. Don't do that to me. Thank you.
It's usually people with low self-esteem. If someone's gonna send you a picture of themselves with a filter on, You got to
Yeah,
question how high is that
it's
self-esteem.
so it's so played out now. It's like, can you just send me your damn
You
picture?
don't think
I
a
don't care.
Victoria's Secret model would be sending you pictures with a filter on, huh?
I don't need to see what you look like through the eyes, shooting through the eye of a mountain. You know what I'm saying? Just yeah, no filter, please. I don't. If you send me a filter, I'm gonna delete it. I don't deal with filters.
Right. So obviously you have some good life advice. What advice would you give, based on everything that you've learned and you've experienced in your life? Could you give any
To
good advice?
to anybody in general.
Just in general, what have you learned? Like, what have you
Uh,
taken from
here,
this being this far in
here's
life?
some advice. Don't ever get arrested. Don't ever get arrested. That will come back to haunt you. And yeah, don't get arrested. Number one, don't don't commit crimes. Don't do drugs. Don't involve yourself with people who do drugs. I'll tell like the guys out there, if you're a younger guy, don't have any kids. Don't have any kids until you establish yourself. I'll tell the ladies, stay away from thugs and idiots. Do not. Oh, I love him. Oh, I love him. Boy, he's gonna ruin your life.
Right.
But primarily, don't go to jail and don't do drugs. I mean, I know I sound like a grandpa when I say don't do drugs. But don't get started, because once you start smoking weed, man, and the next thing you know, that's a gateway to other things. That's just my personal opinion. I know people out there watching your channel. "Hey, I smoke weed, man, and I'm fine." Well, whatever. Then keep smoking your life away. But
Right.
don't do drugs. And I don't care what anybody freaking says. Weed is a drug. Don't tell me nothing. It's a
Yeah.
damn drug.
And with my experience, at least with my friends and stuff, people who start smoking weed, it seems like it ends up consuming their life. It ends up becoming something that needs to happen every day. It's not something that people can just like put down or do on occasion for the most
It's,
part.
I guess it's like alcohol. There's alcoholism, and with pot, it engulfs your life to the point where you wake up, you smoke weed, you go to sleep to smoke weed. I'm not saying I can never be with a chick that smokes weed, but I find that women who smoke weed tend to be really boring. Like, have you ever
Just
knew of a
dull.
guy who was really exciting that smoked a lot of weed? He was like really exciting. It's like, oh yeah, man, I'm just an adventure guy. No, you're not. You smoke pot and you watch the Hulu all day. You're a loser. Get out of
Right.
here. I'm working at. You're a 43-year-old Walmart stalker, and you smoke weed till you got smoke coming out of your ears.
What
Now
about women
that's
who smoke cigarettes?
huh?
What about women who smoke cigarettes?
They're kind of hot. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's not healthy, but there's something really sexy. I mean, let me tell you, I don't know what it is about a woman that smokes a cigarette. I think it's kind of sexy. I really
Oh,
do.
man. Just, you don't want to be kissing on something that smells like an ashtray, I don't know.
I've done it before. I don't mind. I don't mind.
There you go,
It's
ladies. TacoBellCriminal@gmail.com.
if you're 65 years old and you're smoking through a trach, give me a call. Talk
Yes.
about hell yeah, yeah.
Let's go. So you said don't get arrested. Have you been arrested before?
Many times, yes. I got a very lengthy criminal rap sheet, and I'm not proud of it at all.
Why is that though? You seem like a guy who, has a good head on his shoulders. You seem like a guy that
I
knows
was a
things.
Yeah, I was a young knucklehead. Most of my crimes I committed as an adult were graffiti vandalism related, like just spray painting my name on walls, whatever.
Just because you were bored, just for fun.
It's just because I'm an attention whore. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, look at the YouTube. I'm like, look at me. I'm a Leo. Look at me. So I go around doing graffiti or whatever. I got out of it when I was like 21, 22, or whatever. You'd be surprised. There's people in their 50s doing it. You'd be shocked. You'd be really shocked.
Probably so. I never see anybody doing it because it's always late.
They do it at 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning when you're sleeping.
Right.
I got that. I got a theft. I stole some guy's scooter, his moped. He was a jerk, so I stole it. He was a
Right.
bum. I stole it so I could just throw it in the garbage, but I couldn't lift it into the trash can. So I just kind of like hit it. Damn. I couldn't lift it. It was too heavy. I just wanted to lift it in the trash. The moped was broken. He was just a jerk. I just stole it because he's a jerk. But I got caught. I got arrested.
Man, that sucks. That sounds terrible.
So other than that, that's it. I don't have any weird crimes. I don't have any like violence or drugs or guns or sex, weird things. No, just being a knucklehead. But when you get caught that many times and then you're getting, driving with no license, you go to jail. Unpaid traffic tickets, you go to jail. Doing business without a license, you're going to jail. I mean, dude, I was going to jail so much out here in Vegas, I didn't even care anymore. I was like, take me to jail. I don't care. I'll be out in 2 days. Go ahead, take me to jail.
Man.
Come on, arrest me.
Whoa. That's pretty crazy, man. Sweet. Stay out of trouble. Okay, so that's pretty much all. That's pretty much everything I got, man. Do you want to say any last words to the people out there? Anybody who watched this far into the podcast?
Of course, check out my channels, Lamont at Large, and check out Black Bigot, also YouTube's Most Wanted. And I just want to say thank you to Justin for giving me the opportunity to come on this podcast. And let me tell you, I kind of envy you, man. I kind of envy you, and I'll tell you why, man. Because I know you're a working guy. You work for yourself, and I wish that I could settle down in a city and just work for myself. Because that's something that a lot of Americans, a lot of people around the world, they have a dream of being their own boss, only having to answer to their self. They open up shop whenever they want to. And the human mind, we're conditioned to not do that. We're conditioned to work for people, and so I commend you, for, not trying to toot your horn or whatever, but I commend you for that, man. I think that is friggin' awesome, and I think one day if I ever settle down anywhere, I would love to start my own business. It's just right now, since this traveling bug that I have.
No, I really appreciate that, dude. I actually have a business idea for you. So you can make a ton of money through Amazon affiliates, basically reviewing things off of Amazon. So what you should do, dude, is find the weirdest stuff that you can find on Amazon and just review it on your channel and just leave a link for it. And that way people can click through your link or whatever. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. The whole review thing is a little cringe to me.
That's what I'm saying. Just weird stuff. I mean, you did the AIDS kit. You might as well leave a link for it down in the description,
Should I change the video title to AIDS kit review?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, for right now, I have not a passion, but I always wanted to start a beer review channel where I just only review beer, that's it, or maybe food or whatever.
Right.
But I already have too many channels. I can't do anymore. But I'll do a beer review on my channel every blue moon, just to kind of break up the monotony. And that's the one thing I like about my channel. You never know what I'm going to say, or you never know what the video is going to be about.
The only thing is, would it get demonetized since it's beer?
I have no idea. I don't know why it wouldn't, but I don't know of any beer review channels. I'm not even sure.
I'm sure if you looked it up on YouTube, you probably could find a couple.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I knew of one beer review channel, but he's kind of boring. So I think if somebody had a personality that just reviewed beer, I mean, I'm sure they would run out of beers after a while. But
no, dude, there's hundreds and hundreds of beer. I'm sure everywhere you go, there's a specialty beer, and I think that would be a cool market. Is everywhere you go, you just try whatever the specialty beer is there.
Yeah, no, and so I'm slowly trying to put that on my channel every now and then, and so I put a video on my channel. Basically, it's like this. If anybody wants me to review a particular beer, an alcohol, or a food, they got to PayPal me the money.
Right.
And, I had a lot of backlash. People were like, oh, man, you're going to make me. Dude, I'm involving you in the channel.
People give you backlash for that?
What's that?
People give you backlash for that?
Yeah, a little bit. They're like, oh, my God, I thought you were, I can't believe you're serious. I'm like, what other channel can you PayPal me $2 and have a video made for $2 about something you wanted me to review? And then they're like, oh man, well, okay, don't give me the money. That's easy. It's called capitalism. If you don't give me the money, it won't get done. The end.
End of story. What's your favorite beer then? Are you a big beer fan?
Yeah, but it's bad for you, because of the carbs. Yangling, brother. Yangling. Yuengling. Yangling, way better than Budweiser. My favorite beer. They do not sell it on the West Coast. They might sell it where you're at.
They do. They sell Yangling over here.
They don't in Texas.
Have you ever heard of Abita?
Abita? No.
Or dude, they have this peanut butter lager. It's not Abita, but it's good. Trust me. Oh, if we meet up for that Hodge Twins show, we're gonna do a beer review for sure.
Dude, I'll I'll be in your neck of the woods. There is a grave. I told you off when we were talking on the phone. There is a grave I want to do in your city. I almost went there when I was in Shreveport. I was just too burnt out to like go down there, but I'm leaving. Dude. I'm going to. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you
Okay.
this off of the.
Off of the podcast. Yeah.
But I'm going up to the north. I'm going up to like towards Ohio, and Ohio like Michigan area.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'll swing by your way, and then I can just kind of shoot straight up. I need to start. I want to start traveling like in mid-February. Stay south, kind of start heading east, and all.
Right.
And yeah, we'll link up or whatever. It's on me. We'll go out to dinner or whatever.
I'd love it, man. It'd be awesome. Plus, I'll show you the what's cool and what's crack-a-lacking over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I'll take you to any restaurant you want. It doesn't. Money is no object as long as it's under $20.
You got that Taco Bell criminal. I mean, I couldn't expect anything less. You know what I mean? So I guess this is a good point to wrap it up. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard and get that money. Peace.